love her like oh, yes, I love her like oh, yes, I love her like oh, yes, I love her like
Chat, what's popping? What's popping, chat?
Hello,
Happy
buddy.
New Year. Happy New Year. Hey, New Year, new JJ, nigga.
Is that the case?
No.
And what I was about to say,
I lied. I lied. I'm not gonna hold it. I lied.
because we had a conversation yesterday, and it sounded like it was the same you,
Well,
or
go ahead
earlier
and tell the
today.
people. Go ahead and tell the people what our new word of the year is. Last year it was accountability. What is this year?
This year is humility. Yes, yes, yes. I know a lot of people struggle with that, including myself, but it's going to be something that I'm working on this year. So, you
Well,
know,
I'll just be honest, bro. It seemed like at the time in which you put that in a group chat, it seemed like you were shooting at me. And my whole thing
wha-
is, if that's how you feel, next time just say that.
yeah, I
Don't leave me
always
guessing. I don't want to
that
be in limbo.
that seems like that's a you problem. That's why I always tell people therapy is power. Like go like when you're struggling with things internally and you're trying to project them on other people, maybe you should go talk to a specialist. It's helpful.
I actually think I will do that this year. I think that's going to be part of my growth. Actually, no cap.
Oh, that'll be exciting. New Year's resolution, you know.
Mm, I have a couple. I told Rod and Wiz today. Well, a
What
couple of
about
mine.
vaping?
Um, we'll see how Saturday goes. We'll see how Saturday goes.
That's crazy.
Well, because
I
the
thought you
remainder
said
of
already you was gonna cut that out anyway.
well, yeah, I tried it. It didn't work out too well. Maybe we'll see. We'll see.
Growth, you know.
We'll see. Chat, what's happening, man? Happy New Year. Happy New Year. This is for Panthers fans only live. If you're unfamiliar with the show, appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm your host, JJ.
I'm your co-host Terrence. And I'm in the mountains. I'm in the
As y'all
mountains.
can tell by his attire, he looks like Paul
is
Bunyan, the black version.
is this mountain attire? It's
Well, I
just a
mean,
flannel and a
it's
hat.
just not really. Yes, it's abnormal for you. It is.
I wouldn't say that. I would say people who see me on a regular. I don't think that this is that far fetched. Honestly,
Understood.
um,
You look good, bro. You look handsome.
I
You look
appreciate it.
handsome. 2026, skin glowing. You know.
You know, but that started in 2025. But either way, I'll humility. I'm working. I'm working on it.
Can you do me a huge favor?
Yes.
I just had to pay an invoice today. I just need you to send me 250.
What?
If you want to start your year off with good karma, send me
No,
250.
no, that ain't no,
See,
no.
bro. See that's
Yeah,
matter of fact, never mind.
yeah. You're telling me you had to pay an invoice and just requesting 250. That's not how things work. And I don't got it actually.
See, but don't lie. Let's leave lying in 2025. How about that? Can we do that, or yes or no?
Yes, I don't typically lie anyway, but yes, I'll leave it in 2025. Before we get started, I do know I have a lot of people that are watching that are actually in the house with me, so I want to give them a shout out. Ty, Julia, Maddie, Amelia, Matt, Sloan, Kimberly, Olive, Jordan. I'm hoping I didn't miss any names. I don't think I
I
did.
mean,
So
you just. Hey, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like next time, you can just say, "I just want to
shout
give them all a shout out and not individualize it."
shout out to you guys for tuning in.
Shout
Well,
out to them.
I got heat last time from Julia because apparently we did a I think we did an episode and she said that I was talking about how I came from Athens and I was hanging out with Ty and I didn't mention her. So
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That's real. That's weird. That's weird. She was right.
yeah, I was
Julia,
like
you're right.
yeah, I was like that's very trash of me. I'll do better. New year, new me.
Understood. Understood. Well, like I said, if you guys are unfamiliar with the show, appreciate y'all tuning in and being here. Shout out everybody in the chat. See a couple of familiar faces. Blazing was popping. Walk was popping. Low was popping. 919 was popping, man. Hey, listen. Well, first and foremost, this is what I'll say. First and foremost, if you haven't tapped in on social media, do that right now at For Panthers Fans Only on Instagram and TikTok at FPFO_podcast on X. And obviously you can find us on DSPs as well. If you're watching on YouTube and haven't done so, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn the bell notification on. Listen to me. Let me be very, very clear about something about tonight. Let me be very, very clear about something about tonight, man. Long time coming. long time coming here. No cap. We got a very, very special guest in the building tonight. Very, very excited. I was actually had to go back and look. I needed her email address, and I was looking at the email thread. It's like, hey, bro, full circle moment right here for FPFO, man. We very, very honored, very, very special guest in the building with us tonight. Vashti Hurt from the Carolina Blitz joining us tonight, man. You know,
what's up, y'all?
Welcome.
Big time in the building.
I had to, like you saying, JJ, and I was like, dang, you DM my personal Instagram, and I'm not always on there. Sometimes I'm on Keep Blitzing. So thank you for the great welcome, and I apologize for being delayed in my response to your message.
No apologies needed. No apologies.
Yeah, we appreciate you joining. Thank you.
For sure. How you feeling? Happy New Year to you.
Yeah, I've been resting, man. It's gonna be a busy weekend. Hopefully it'll be a busy week next week. And so yeah, but this is good. It's good. Good way to bring in a new year.
Yeah, I'm excited. But
I'm personally excited.
Actually, never mind. I'm not even gonna be on that. That's all. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, if you're not familiar with the show, which I think you kind of are, because I'll be in the spaces, but we talk a lot of shit. So everybody refer to the tag at the beginning of the video. Actually, I don't even know, but I'll go ahead and say, forewarning for everybody that be watching, our opinions are our own. Nobody try and put it on Vashti's body. We talk shit. They know it. They know it, and Vashti know it too. Actually, I'm not even gonna say you don't know. You know.
Thanks for making that disclaimer. I appreciate it.
You're very welcome.
Yeah, I'm honestly just happy that the Carolina Panthers are playing meaningful football in December. I will say that. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna lie, the last 2 or 3 years, the energy, the smile on my face, etc., it hasn't been there. I'll be honest. It's been contemplating just doing irrational things, emotional, not really able to enjoy my time with my family, etc. Listen, this year has been outstanding. Oh my God, tremendous. So yeah, just want to Vashti, I just want to open up the floor to you. Like we mentioned, you run a media company, Carolina Blitz, popping on X, credentialed all across the state and just all throughout the ACC, et cetera, et cetera. So for the people that aren't familiar with who you are, I just wanted to give you, 2-3 minutes, whatever the case may be, just to tell people how you got on, how you started your company, et cetera.
Yeah, I'm editor-in-chief of Carolina Blitz, and we are a sports media company that covers the major sports in North Carolina. So the Panthers, of course, are number one, Duke, UNC, NC State, occasional Hornets coverage, but we're working on that. It's a time thing. So yeah, I got started in this business. Actually, I got started covering the Panthers. Let me say that specifically. I just did not like the way Cam Newton was being covered. I felt like there was a lack of awareness, cultural awareness in the coverage of him. And so I just started writing on my own. Of course, I tried to get on at places and nobody would put me on. So I just started my own business and I got it out the mud. And we're here. And thankful to a lot of supporters. I see y'all in the chat. And you guys for Panthers fans only coming in the spaces and everything. So it's been a blessing. So and then now we're here. Like I could potentially be covering a playoff game at the bank. So we lit right now.
That's dope. That's exciting. Extremely exciting.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, big time. Big time. Huge fan of your work, by the way.
Appreciate that.
Our people probably be tired of hearing y'all's name, you and Sheena, because that's what I pull all the time. Because y'all gonna get that real. I don't want to hear, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear bro.
Oh God.
My fault.
Don't get them started. Don't even get started.
Oh boy.
My bad. I'm gonna chill. My fault.
Come on now. Come on, JJ. You know they see everything, JJ.
I know. I'm sorry. Hey, shout out to OG, man. Shout out to OG. No cap. All right, I want to get straight into it. For the people that are FPFO fans, this has been like, since he's been drafted, this has been a controversial conversation amongst me and my co-host. And I know kind of at the beginning of the year, this player was going through a lot. He is very polarizing. Let's put it that way. I just want to ask you, the first thing that I ask you is Xavier Legette's time in Carolina limited at this very moment, based on what you've seen and what you observed?
It hasn't been good for Xavier. I mean, everybody has seen that. I think that the Panthers went in originally looking at him as a project. They believed in his long-term value, so they drafted him in the first round so that they could have that option at the end of his rookie contract. But he was never supposed to be thrust in the X position. Stuff didn't work out with Deontay Johnson, and then he's struggling this year. And but he has all the intangibles. He has the stuff that you can't teach. So now it's up to the staff to see if they can make something pop with XL. I think you give him 3 full years. I am an advocate of giving guys 3 years. You don't go out on your rookies, especially your higher draft picks, after 2 years. I think people have a habit of wanting instant gratification, and I understand that because it pops for some people instantly, and then it may fizzle. And then I wouldn't be mad at kind of like a slow burn. Xavier may have regressed some, but let him get through this off season. Let him kind of handle whatever he need to handle with his mentals. Next year, just like with Bryce this year, is a pivotal season for him. So we'll see what happens. It's too soon to be completely out on him, though.
You hear that?
Yeah, but I have a question though. Like, because I'm one of the ones where it's just like Xavier Legette, he hasn't shown when you get drafted in the first round, like we traded up for him. And obviously, I don't think that he was a first round receiver, but unfortunately he got drafted in that position. So that comes with certain expectations. And I know you said give him another year, but with the wide receiver room, what does that really look like for him? Because you have a Tedoroa McMillan, you have a Jalen Coker who's improved immensely, in the wide receiver room, and then also he was a undrafted free agent and came in the same class as Xavier Legette, and we've seen that he's pretty much leaps and bounds ahead of him. And then you have guys like David Moore, he's coming back off an injury. You have guys like Jimmy Horn, I know he's also a project as well. We've seen flashes of Bryson Tremaine. So what does even a full 3 years look like for him, especially when he hasn't really been that effective in a return game? I've only seen him really be in a return game a few times, and it doesn't look like he's a primary guy in that realm. So what does that really look like for him? I would ask.
I don't think they want to use him in a return game. He's their number 2 wide receiver right now, according to the depth chart. So you kind of hold back on using him in the return game. Growth is what it looks like for him. Something he has to catch the ball. He has to get open. He can't make the mental mistakes that he's making. And that's why I feel like there's something going on. Sometimes players and that's why, Canales kind of benched Bryce, and somebody brings up the out of bounds. Sometimes people get in their heads. I think XL is in his head. The out of bounds stuff is egregious. I'm sorry, the lining up off sides is kind of an egregious mistake. And that's what tells me all right, something's going on up here. Something he has to talk to somebody. He has to get his confidence back. I think that that's an issue as well. And XL did not pop in college immediately. He's always been a guy that had to come on. He wasn't highly touted as a recruit in high school. So he's a guy that, he's a slow burn. Give him some time. But given the sample size, I get people wanting to be out on him. But you can't be out on your first round picks after 2 years. You can't do it.
Thank you. Oh my God. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much.
Why are you saying
so much?
Why are you saying thank you?
Quentin Johnston. That's it.
Bro, I would wish you would just stop bringing that up. I really do.
Okay.
I mean, it's a business at the end of the day. So it's even if we want to give him 3 years, I don't hate it. But also I would understand, because I don't think he's done enough to keep them from going in the draft and still getting another receiver. Now, it's not going to be in the early rounds or anything like that, but And that can just lead him getting pushed further down the depth chart, or even them getting off of him. So I would understand like if they went that route as well. But he has a lot that he has a lot of growing up to do, so to speak. He just needs to be better. But I don't hate it either way. I'm just not a big XL guy at the moment. And I really wanted him to pan out. I really did.
Well, people weren't big DB guys after year 2 either. Y'all gotta relax on that stuff.
That's true. And he's keeping it cute because you're here.
The Bryce slander we heard at all-time levels at times. You gotta be careful about doing that to even as fans, right? These guys see the stuff. Like you got to be careful about writing your guys off too soon. There are people who still talking about JC because he's prone to get hurt. Although he's had a pretty healthy last 2 seasons. Like ride. Sometimes you got to ride it out. Now, if you still cheeks after 3 years, then okay. But like you got to relax on your rookies, especially the ones that have the intangibles.
That's true.
Yeah. I understand. It's just tough. It's tough from a fan perspective. Like, it's just tough seeing it week in and week out, and he's still like having those mental mistakes and things like that, costly mistakes at that. It's tough from a fan perspective, but I mean, I do understand that because all in all, like you will want to ride with your in-house guys, the guys that you drafted. Like you're not really wanting to go out and pay guys that you didn't bring into the organization originally. So I will understand that, but he has to give them a reason to want to do that.
That's fair.
I do. Yeah, I was about to say I agree with that. And the reason why I wanted to bring that up is just because I don't know if you saw it, but obviously there was like a snap percentage graphic going around on X. And it was just showing like how his snap percentage has decreased over the last 2 weeks prior to the Seattle game, and then showed how significant his snaps decreased after the offsides penalty, right? With David Moore potentially coming back this week. And hopefully I hope you can give us some insight on that as well, but we'll, push that off a little bit. It just seems as though, and like you mentioned, Dave Canales benched Bryce after 2 or 3 weeks last year, 2 weeks actually last year. So we know that he's not afraid to do it. And what my fear is that, like you speak of letting your younger guys develop and giving them time to do so, but we're very, very, results driven and we're numbers driven, transparently. And with that, seeing that graphic, it just kind of put it into perspective. Like, bro, like they're not playing with them. They're not playing with them. And I'm an XL guy. Like, trust me, the chat will tell you that. Unfortunately, it's been ride or die for XL, and sadly, it just hasn't played out. Say it again.
I said it's kind of embarrassing, but go ahead.
I told you, Vashti, he's keeping it cute because you're here. He don't rock with him at all. He keeping it professional because you in the room. He trying to, I'm just not an XL. He don't rock with him at all.
That's 100% not true. My only stance on XL throughout this whole season, even last season, how he was getting all of the attention in the offseason, which I was like, cool. I love for guys to go get their money, especially off the field, because once you get out of this league, there's not a lot of people who are going to care about you. So you need to make sure that your family is straight, even off the field. So I was like, as much work as he's putting in off the field, in the media, at the Kentucky Derby, doing food reviews, at the Canes game, I was like, I just hope to God that he's putting in that same amount of work on the field. That's all. That was my whole thing.
That hate coming out, JJ. It's coming out.
I told you, V. I told you he be hating. I told you, V. Yeah, sometimes he can't hide it. He can't hide it. Tell you. Another thing that I want to ask you, because this was, I want to say 2 or 3 weeks ago, maybe even a week and a half ago, you guys hosted a space. I don't know if it was post-game. Actually, I believe it was post-game. I can't remember after what game it was, but the conversation came up.
Because you were in there going in.
Which one was it?
New Orleans.
Oh, my God. Yeah. See how I tried to kind of wipe it out my memory? I tried to get rid of it. And yes, I was going in. I'm not going to lie. But we had the conversation just very, very briefly, and I wanted to give you an opportunity to expound on it. About if the Panthers don't make the playoffs this year, seeing this season as a success or a failure. And I'm just a very, very staunch believer that with the amount of opportunities you've gotten as the Carolina Panthers this season, if you do not make the playoffs, it looks very nasty and it is a failure, in my opinion. But I know that you were on the other side of the spectrum, so I wanted to give you the opportunity to dive into that a little bit more.
Listen, I think that the Panthers, if you look at Dan Morgan and what he wanted to do, it was always year 3 for him. He was looking at this as a 3-year project. Year 1, kind of clean up some of the Fitterer mess. Year 2, compete and be there. Year 3, playoffs, be a strong playoff contender from there and beyond. If they make the playoffs this year, in my opinion, they're a year ahead of schedule in Dan Morgan's mind. But this time last year, for the last couple of years, y'all were in mock draft mode right now. And for us to be talking about a very real possibility of the Panthers going to the playoffs, yes, they tricked off some games that they should have won. Yes, they could have already locked this up and we could have been moving on to talk about potential playoff scenarios. But despite all of that, if they don't make the playoffs, this is still progress. This is still moving in the right direction. It would not be a complete failure to me because we've been there in the mud. You've had much worse. And I know JJ was like, well, we need to strive for the best. And I get that, but I wouldn't deem the season a failure at all if they fail to make the playoffs. I think they do, but it wouldn't be a failure if they don't.
See, that's we can agree on a lot of things because I'm in the same boat. Like I had this team winning probably around 7 ball games, like just beginning of the season prediction around 7 ball games. So even that, they exceeded that. And I think the team is still fairly young. Like you have a lot of young guys that got thrown into the fold very early. And for good things, Nick Scoren has panned out great for that. But you have guys like Princely, who's playing very early. Lathan Ransom, who's playing very early. Bryce Young is still young in his career. T-Mac, the season he's having is unbelievable, but he's still a young receiver. Like you have a lot of young guys on the team. And so I feel like this is a season of growth. And like you said, I think it would be you're a year too early. And I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. Like you can still find a lot of things that you can build off of going into next season, even if the Panthers don't make the playoffs this year. But I also understand JJ's perspective where it's like you had a lot of opportunity to where, you shouldn't even be in the position that you're in now. But I think that also comes to like the team being so young, even down to the coaching staff. Like Dave Canales is very young in his coaching career. Like we've seen a couple games this season where it's like, all right, what kind of play call was that? Like, what were we thinking in that situation? And I think it just comes down to him being very young. And I think that just goes to the team overall. So I don't think it will be a failure. I guess you're not happy with that.
Oh, no. Listen, it's not a happy or unhappy thing. It's just, I just, because the thing about it for me is I don't view this division the same way a lot of people do. A lot of people look at this division and say that this division is sweet, etc., whatever the case may be. But I just don't want Panthers fans feeling as though, oh, yeah, next year is the year. Like other teams aren't feeling the same as that way. Because with all intents and purposes, we done seen what Tyler Shuck has been doing, and people don't want to give him his credit. You know what I'm saying? But that roster is dog shit. With all due respect. 40. Say it again.
I said, well, he's 40. So I mean,
it doesn't matter.
I'm just saying
he has at least 4 years, right? He has at least 4 years because he's 26. So we'll just say, just for the sake of the conversation, he has at least 4 years. And when I tweeted out a couple of weeks ago, Tyler Shuck is going to be a problem for this organization for years to come. Oh, they hung me from the cross. Right beside Jesus himself. They hung me from the cross. And I've been trying to tell them, y'all don't want to give him credit for whatever reason, but he has them playing inspired and they're winning football games. They are. So you go look at New Orleans. That situation is going to improve because the cap room hell that they've been in is coming to an end. Atlanta, I've been on record saying multiple times that their roster in totality is much more talented than Carolina's is at this very point in time. And I wholeheartedly agree with that and believe that. And then Tampa Bay, I don't really know what Tampa Bay is right now because they seem like they're in a very weird spot. Just with their age, with some of the weapons. Obviously, you look at Mike Evans, you go look at Levante David, et cetera, et cetera. Like I don't know what Tampa Bay is, but nevertheless, if you look at the other two, those teams, Atlanta, again, to me, from a talent standpoint, right now is better than you. And with the way Tyler Shuck has been playing this season, right, and the defense towards the back end of the season, I just don't think it's as sweet as people think, man. I don't, and I genuinely believe that if the Carolina Panthers don't make the playoffs this year, it's not going to be one of those situations where, oh, Carolina's just going to come in next year and for the next 2 or 3 years in a row, just dominate this division and run through the division. I just don't believe that that's the case. Now, I'm not saying that we can't win it or that we can't, compete in the playoffs, et cetera, maybe get a wild card here or there, whatever the case may be. I'm just saying that as it pertains to the NFC South, when you look at it, the amount of opportunities you had this year, it has been a down year for this division. Because you look at the whole situation with Michael Penix, then you would bring Kirk Cousins in, people not necessarily sure about Raheem, etc. And then New Orleans, again, they have the rookie quarterback, doesn't start until week 4, 5, 6, somewhere in that range. They're still trying to find their footing in that regard. It's just not going to be sweet, bro. And again, with the amount of injuries Tampa Bay had to start the year off, and I have been on record saying that they had a horseshoe up their ass the first 5 or 6 weeks of the year. They won a couple of those ball games, like against Houston, they shouldn't have won. Against either Seattle or LA, one of those West Coast teams, they shouldn't have won that game either. But they were winning. And then to see the drastic drop-off from them, and for the Carolina Panthers to have the opportunities that they've had at their disposal. When you look at New Orleans the first time around, coming off the win against Green Bay. You look at New Orleans again, coming off a victory against the LA Rams and a bye week. Right, you go all the way back to the beginning of the year and you look at the Arizona game. A lot of missed opportunities. So to me, because I feel like if you would have asked me at the beginning of the year, right, would you take the Carolina Panthers playing for an NFC South championship week 18 and be happy with that? I would say absolutely. But as time has gone on and just seeing the way this season has played out, don't get me wrong, I'm ecstatic that we're playing Saturday for a divisional title. But I also can look at it and say, my expectations throughout this season has changed because you went on the road and beat Green Bay. You came back home, or you came home after getting thrashed against whoever it was, or no, because we beat Miami and then came back home, beat Dallas, right? So don't get upset with me or don't look at me a certain way if my expectations change. That's the only thing that I'm saying. That's the only way that I feel about it. So that's my thought process on that. And Terrence, you matter of fact, never mind.
What?
Nothing. Because you've been fanned out by, well, I won't say you've been fanned out, but you were fanned out about Tampa Bay to start the year off.
Yeah, because I mean they were winning football games, and Baker was playing at an MVP level. But I mean, when they lost Mike Evans, when Emeka Egbuka had that hamstring injury, and Tristan Wirfs, he was out, so everything just started to fall downhill for them, and they lost the last 6 or 7. So obviously, I don't feel the same way I felt about Tampa Bay at the beginning of the year as I do now. But at the beginning of the year, I could very easily see us, especially after our first 2 weeks, could very easily see us getting swept by Tampa Bay.
Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't on that Tampa Bay train.
Me either.
If you look at their wins at the beginning of the season, I didn't understand why people thought they would run away with this division. They barely won a lot of games, like you mentioned. And the quality opponents they ended up losing to. I think the NFC South, you talk about the NFC South, is meant to be a nasty division. It's always been a nasty division. Hasn't been one where one team kind of runs the division for an extended period. You're not going to see a Patriots type run. You're not going to see a Kansas City type run in the NFC South. It's going to be where a lot of teams are right there, and that's how it's been historically. And that's why, Panthers, despite their ups and downs, are in a position where, they can win the division even if they lose to Tampa Bay on Saturday. So it's just, I prefer the division kind of being like this where, you never know who's going to run away with it at any time.
It is good for TV. It's great. It's great for TV. So I will agree with you on that front.
And based off of that, I have a question for you, Vashti. I see the fan base is split as far as caring how we get to the playoffs. As far as like, we shouldn't be dependent on Atlanta to beat New Orleans, and we get in that way. We should go and do it ourselves Saturday. What's kind of your thought process on that? Like, Are you feeling the same way? I just been seeing a lot of discourse in regards to that. But me, I'm just happy either way we make it.
Yeah, I mean, the Panthers, you would want, and I'm sure the Panthers as a team would like to get the job done on Saturday. They could have got the job done last week. They could have made the job a lot easier by winning in New Orleans. But I guarantee if they get in through the back door, per se, that's not going to stop you from cheering when they play that game at Bank of America Stadium during the playoffs. The vibes are still going to be there. The excitement is still going to be there. So, whether they get in by beating Tampa Bay, obviously there's some pride to that. That's a good thing. But they would have earned it the other way too because of their record in the NFC South. So they're earning it either way. And they're not just being handed the playoffs. Although Bijan Robinson and his play would have pushed them through with them beating those opponents. But like, look, the playoffs are the playoffs. And then it's a whole new season from there.
Exactly. The only thing is you don't want to go into the playoffs, I think, dropping 2 games. Like that would be pretty tough, I feel like, to get back on track. But like you said, either way you get in, you earned it. You won those ball games. So it is what it is. Starts a new season 0-0. So but
Yeah,
I know JJ feels
hate
away.
that. I hate that that's even a conversation. Yeah, I hate that that's even a conversation for it. I think that it's extremely weird. For real, for real. We talking about a team that hasn't been to the playoffs since 2017, hasn't won a division since 2015. So all that, I don't want it this way. Weird shit to me personally. I just don't subscribe to that belief at all. I don't. Well, I mean, people are here to talk about the Bucs, and I know we said 45s, Vashti. So if you have to hop off, then feel free. But before you leave, if you wouldn't mind just kind of giving me some insight kind of on what the vibes have been around the locker room, kind of how you feel about the matchup. Obviously, we played Tampa Bay 2 weeks ago at home in Bank of America Stadium, 3-point win there. Extremely nerve-wracking, I will say. I was in the building with my whole family. I don't know if my mom has ever seen me act the way I did. I was a little, I was a little smissed.
Yeah, more than a little.
Well, yeah, a lot smissed. We did the VIP tailgate and just know I got my money's worth as I was supposed to. But yeah, how are you feeling about the matchup on Saturday? I won't ask you a prediction.
Okay.
Just
I think the Panthers are gonna win based on their up and down. That's no. I just don't do like scores.
Okay, understood. Well, yeah, how do you feel about the matchup? Any insight you care to give just based on the vibe in the locker room this week, etc.?
Yeah, the vibe in the locker room has been pretty much the same. Guys are, playing cards. You got a little ping pong action, which I know people hate.
My God. When did they bring it back?
For a minute. For what? Listen, the ping pong table was literally being used as a folding table for a minute. And then for the last, I say, month and a half or so, guys have gotten back on the ping pong table. I don't think it's quite a big deal, but they are on there.
I hate it.
But I'm setting the scene of the locker room.
Okay, understood. Yes, ma'am.
The locker room. So you got some guys who play spades. You got guys who play this game called Boo-Ray. And then you have a couple of guys who are on the ping pong table. But it's not a situation where they're just happy to be here. I think that there is a level of focus, but still and I don't know, I'm obviously, I was an athlete growing up. I will always get hype about big moment games and big moment things. But I guess as you get to a professional level, you got to kind of force yourself to stay even keeled. And that's what I'm getting. They're not trying to be too high over this. They understand the importance of it. They understand the significance of it. But it's really what I saw last week in the locker room and what I saw in the locker room ahead of Tampa Bay. So I can't, it's been consistent, but the vibes are good. The guys are in there. This is a close locker room. A lot of them, talk to each other. I've never seen 2 card games going at once. Again, they seem to get along. So the vibes are good. Now it's like, okay, what are you gonna do on Sunday? And some teams like to get it out the mud, and the Panthers are a team historically who just like to get it out the mud, and this team, for some reason, when their backs are against the wall, maybe that's the edge that they need, and so they've been able to thrive. But the vibes have been regular. It's been good. It's been good. Guys want to talk. So
yeah.
You should be happy to hear that, JJ. The ping pong table and stuff.
Man.
Like, calm down, man.
JC. Yeah, shout out JC for sure.
Did you get blocked?
Absolutely not.
One person has his block.
Yeah, Taylor Moore has his block. He has his block from like 4 years ago.
Why? What y'all do?
I don't even know. We had like a segment on the offensive line, but it wasn't even anything like crazy.
We literally mentioned everybody's name except his, because he was the only one that was playing competent. And somehow, some way, we got blocked on Instagram from a reel that did like, I don't know, maybe 120 views, Vash. Look, we're not the biggest platform out there. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't like we doing 100,000, 100 views, and we get blocked for that. Yeah, that shit was weird. But we haven't made it on JC's list.
JC
just because he has
JC protecting his peace. Y'all don't stop coming for JC.
Yeah. It's only because he hasn't tuned into one of the streams or the shows. Because we be on his ass. I ain't gonna lie. We be on him. I'm not here to lie to you. Yeah. You cannot get torched by Olave twice. One of those pictures, you're on your stomach. Wow. He's running into the fucking end zone. Excuse my vulgarity. And then last week on 3rd and 20, when I'm paying you $100+ million, V, listen, V, I know, don't get a scratch in your head, because I know you got to talk to him tomorrow. But when I'm paying you $100 million for JJ, I'm gonna just have something to say. That's it. I'm gonna have something to say.
He's had some blunders, but he's the type of player that deep offenses, you want guys, an offensive guy to play game plan for. Like, and Derek Brown is that guy, and JC Horn is that guy. And so, and Mike Jack also is like becoming that guy. And
say that name again one more time, please.
Mike Jack is becoming that guy. So, I get the slander. But everybody messes up in the league. The thing about JC is they don't throw to him, right? Tampa Bay didn't even throw his way. They said, we're going to test Mike Jack. Mike Jack answered the test. They're gonna come more at JC, and he's going to make up for those blunders. And that's what guys who get paid that amount of money do. Maybe it's a game changer interception or whatever, but he going to make y'all, he's going to get back in y'all good graces.
Well, I hope you're right.
I don't really have that much of a problem with him. That'd be JJ.
Right. I don't have a problem with him either. I love him. Posted up after the Atlanta game. Was good, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? You say you're going to put him in a seatbelt, car seat. That's what you did. Even though Drake did have like one something that game. But it was,
he went crazy.
But they were moving. They were moving him. They didn't try JC that much. They didn't. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't got no problem with him. I'm just saying, when that paycheck get a little heavier, you just can't be upset. You just can't. Yeah. You can't. And because I don't think it's ever been disrespectful. Now, I understand when guys snap back or whatever the case may be on social media when they be getting disrespectful, because they do be getting disrespectful. I understand. I see it. But it don't be getting disrespectful from here. I'm just saying, you making 100+. There's no way why I should be looking at you as a leader, as a veteran, 4 or 5 years into this league on a very young unit, and we're having blunders like getting abused by Chris Olave and Devon Vele. Getting broke off by Jawan Johnson.
He tripped up once. You don't account for that kind of stuff. No,
I'm gonna tell you why I don't. Because sure, I will account for it. But then don't go in the locker room and say, "Oh yeah, I just have to be better," and then the next day get to crying about an OPI, and then you got little minions running around getting upset, and it's just like, bro, you are that guy. You are that guy, right? So when you're that guy, you got to take the good with the bad, and you just got to rock out with it. So I don't know. It's a love-hate relationship, I guess. Okay. Shout out JC though. Hey ball. That's my dog. Tell him we said what's up, man. Tell him we said. Tell him
I'm
FPFO said
not
what's
getting it. I'm not getting it. No.
So you said you have us winning on Saturday. Just a quick rundown on where you think the Carolina Panthers have the advantage. I know that they have Tampa Bay has a couple of guys out already. David Moore and Robert Hunt are two guys that Panthers Nation have been waiting to come back. So just touch on, like I said, where you think the Carolina Panthers have the advantage, how you kind of see the game playing out. And then if you need to, you can run.
Yeah, Baker Mayfield is in a slump, y'all. Baker's always been a streaky type player. And he's on a downward spiral. And it's affecting him on the field. I think it's affecting him mentally. He's pressing at this point. And so I think Tampa Bay leans more into their run, which is where a guy like DB, Turk coming back, that it's going to start up front. Panthers cannot lose in the trenches on either side of the ball. And so if they can stop the run and force Baker to try to do too much, I think the Panthers win this game because Baker has been turning it over recently, and he's got some shoulders issues that he has going on. Offensively, I need Canales. Canales needs to be in his bag this week. And I asked him the other day, I said, with everything that's on the line, do you go deeper into your bag? And he said, a little bit, but we still got to maintain the core of who we are as a team. We got to make sure it's stuff that we do is something that allows the team to play fast, and they play fast when they're comfortable with things. They implemented the QB sneak, which is something that they did. We saw this past game, but Canales has to balance the pass and the run, get Rico going early. Like let him try to get that burn, because once Rico is kind of a streaky runner too. If he breaks off for about 8 to 10 on that first drive, he's gonna cook for the rest of the game. So get Rico going, and you gotta test that secondary. I think they got a QB or CB that's a cornerback that's not playing due to injury. Test that secondary. Like, let Bryce throw the ball. And I think Canales, even in his play calling, has been inconsistent. He needs to go in his bag this week and dial it up. And whatever he's been holding back, like, he need to call the game of his life. And he can't be scared, and he can't switch it up based on what he thinks Bryce is gonna do. He needs to stretch that field and see where he can take the Panthers.
I'm gonna ask you one more question, and you don't have to answer it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know. No, it's not crazy. I promise.
Oh, no, I'm good.
It's a conversation that we've had on FPFO multiple times, and obviously, as things go, we're fans, so things fluctuate. Are you a believer in Dave Canales? Because you're around it a lot more than we are. Obviously, you're in the locker room. You see how guys respond to him. But then you also have that analytical brain, and because you are a journalist, and a reporter. And you see some of the inconsistencies. You see the reactive tendencies at times that you don't necessarily want to see from a head coach, right? You mentioned the quarterback sneak, and that was something that you guys asked him about. I think it was against New Orleans when we had that 4th and inches and we run the fullback dive instead of, that to me is very reactive. We call him a youth pastor, because to me, that's what he is. Shout out Youth Pastor Canales. But for you personally, are you a believer in Dave Canales, and do you think that he has what it takes to get this group of guys over that hump?
You mean as far as making the playoffs?
Just in general, do you think he's the answer moving forward?
I think it's too soon to say whether he's the answer. Like, I talk about giving players 3 years. I think you got to give coaches 3 years as well. I think Canales has shown flashes. He's a young coach. I still think that he's kind of finding his way. You mentioned, JJ, that he can be reactionary, and yes, we have seen that. But I still think he is finding his footing as a coach. I think his players respect him. Is he the type of guy that, I'm going out to play for my coach? Probably not. I don't know about that. But he's still finding his footing. I'm not going to say I'm in or out. I'm not going to say I'm in or out. I'm going to give him 3 years, but I'm more in than I am out, just seeing the upward movement of this team to even be, playing for a playoff position. And I don't know that if that is because of Canales or, despite Canales, but it's too soon to say he's not the guy, or it's too soon to say he's going to be the guy going forward. Give him 3 years. But if the Panthers go to the playoffs, then that's they're in the right direction.
Agreed. That's fair. I think that's a very fair assessment. I do. Well, I don't want to take up much more of your night. Thank you so much for joining us. Let the people know where they can find you.
At Keep Blitzing on I still call it Twitter. Mama name it Twitter. I'm gonna call it Twitter. At Keep Blitzing on Twitter, at Keep Blitzing on Instagram, and CarolinaBlitz.com. So I appreciate all the support, guys. I'm happy to be on here. Y'all some real ones. A lot of times y'all say the stuff that we can't say. So yeah.
Yeah, we appreciate you joining up, and Happy New Year to you and your family.
Thanks, guys.
Absolutely. V, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
We'll see you next week. We're going to go ahead and manifest it. Put it in the atmosphere.
We will be in the stadium.
Please do. That'll be a good one.
I have something to celebrate already handy. Just know exclusive Crown Royal Carolina Panthers edition. I'm going to be on stream Saturday. Extremely intoxicated one way or the other.
Y'all stream during the game?
Yes, we will for this one.
Oh, you will for this one. Oh God.
Yes. Why do you ask?
That's gonna be something.
I'm super stoked. I'm super excited. I can't wait.
That's gonna be something. All right, guys. Thanks for all of y'all support, and keep doing y'all thing. It's dope.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Have a good one.
All right.
Have a good one. Chat, what's popping, man? How we feeling? I feel like that was great. Shout out Vashti, man.
Shout out Vashti for sure.
Damn, that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's one of them ones. Hey, that's a way to kick off 2026. That's a way to kick off 2026 day one. Matter of fact, humility. There you
go.
My apologies.
Learning. Yes. You're not gonna always get it in the first day, even the first week, even the first month. But as long as you keep chopping wood, that's all we can ask for.
That's all that matters. But huge shout out to V. If you guys haven't already, go over to Quick Blitz CAR on YouTube. That is Vashti and Sheena's podcast that they do together. Sheena Quick, if you guys are unfamiliar with her, another great follow on X at Sheena Quick, I believe it is. But great podcast to listen to. Good insight. Obviously, when you have people that are in the locker room, that are giving you the real, because like we mentioned at the beginning of the episode, beginning of the stream, that's what they do, which is why I respect and appreciate what they bring to the space so much. It's great insight. I'll say it that way. It's great insight. So go over to Quick Blitz CAR right now on YouTube. Go subscribe. Run their numbers up a little bit as well. And since we're here as a brief little intermission, if you haven't already and you're watching on YouTube, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn the bell notification on for Panthers fans only. All throughout the playoffs, no matter how far the Panthers make it, I will be doing live game reactions to the playoffs. Obviously, we have our live game reactions that we're going to do on Saturday. So super excited about that. Super stoked about that. We're going to be doing a couple of giveaways on the stream for that with some of our merch. Speaking of merch, if you haven't done so already, go cop some FPFO merch for PanthersFansOnly.com right now. I believe we have 6 items available to pick from. 2 different Carolina Reaper t-shirts, Carolina Reaper hoodie, and then we have some exclusive Tedero McMillan merchandise, as well as JC Horn too. So if you guys haven't done so already, go over to forpanthersfansonly.com right now and do that. So those are my plugs. What you got? How much time you got? How much time we got? Be blessed with your presence. Go ahead and let me know now, and keep it quick, nigga.
I would say about,
because V is gone. Now I can talk to you how I need to talk to you, nigga.
No, you don't need to talk to me. No comment. I would say 10-ish, 15-ish minutes.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. So in that time, we can go through the stat sheet real quick. For sure.
In the
Chat, how we
report,
feeling, man? Shout out to
I
y'all.
need to
I
see
know
that.
we ain't really interacted with the chat too much today, but y'all keep running it up, man. I see y'all having some conversations within the chat. So shout out to y'all. Like I said, shout out everybody in the chat, returners and new viewers. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Happy New Year to everybody. It's been a great start.
Yes,
2026.
it has. Very blessed.
Very blessed. Very blessed. Saturday, I could be even more blessed. I mean, I could just feel as though my blessings are overrunning. But then again, I should already feel like that, huh?
Yes. The Saturday shouldn't, determine that. But I understand.
It won't. No, it won't. It won't. What it'll determine is my mental health for the remainder of the month of January. That's what it'll determine. I already told my team that I coach. What happens on Saturday determines if you guys will see me for a week or two. Because I probably am going to go on a hiatus.
Why would you do that to them? Like they
I warned them. Yeah, I warned them.
So if they tell you as a coach, like, oh, this game I'm going to go on a hiatus, do as you please.
Oh, sorry, they do that already. They miss practice.
Yeah, but they don't tell
games.
you. They don't tell you that.
Right. So it's just they miss, or they don't gotta damn it tell me because they just do it. So cool. Hey, don't worry about it. I'm just gonna return the damn it.
Well, you're the coach. You're the adult. You're not supposed to, stoop to their level.
Well, it's not stooping. Do you guys want me to be fucking angry every time I walk in the gym and just tell y'all to get on the line immediately just because of something that I'm dealing with? Or should I just remove myself from the situation? I feel like that's the most adult and mature decision to make. Or that's just childish. Like,
yeah, it's very childish. But I'm glad they have other coaches there to kind of, mediate.
It's only one. It's only me and J5. Very short coaching roster, nigga. So yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, nigga. Yeah, it's that. It's them Joiner boys. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And we went 2-1 in the Christmas tournament. Not bad.
Oh, not congratulations. Are y'all above 500? Are y'all above 500?
I believe that we're probably 2 or 3 games above 500, maybe even 4.
Is it going to be a home playoff game?
Potentially. Potentially. I think that we've probably played like 13 or 14 games. And we've probably had our full team, like 1 through 13 or 14. We probably had our full team, I'd say twice out of those 13 or 14 ball games.
And
so it's just very tough.
Due to injury or just like?
Due to injury, due to sickness, due to niggas just dicking us off. Niggas being players, or I shouldn't speak on them like that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you shouldn't. Yeah, very.
No, you're right. Yeah, too much. Due to the young ladies having other things going on in their lives, which is very confusing to me because when I was in high school and I was playing football, it won't. Oh, I'm working today. Oh, I'm nigga. Get on that line.
It's different. It's different nowadays, though. Like I feel like it's not as serious, especially if you're a player who like isn't getting notoriety. You feel like you're not, going anywhere. It's kind of hard to be in tune and stay engaged. Like, and I feel like it's just not as valuable these days as it was.
To me, that is a problem. That's something that if I'm looking at myself as a coach, that's something that I have to do a better job with adjusting to, because that makes that thought process and vantage point makes me start seeing red and lashing out.
Which I'm not saying that it's a good thing, because I didn't operate that way when I was playing sports in high school, but I just see the way it is now, like see how the kids are now, that, it's more of a thing.
Touche. Let's go through the injury report real quick while we have Terrence. Do you have your play of the day or no?
Nope.
If you don't, you can build it right now, and I'll go through the injury report.
Yeah, go ahead.
Or just don't fuck. I don't give a fuck, nigga. Just don't do it. I don't care. What do I care? Nigga making all them noises and deep breaths and shit. I don't give a fuck.
Why the hostility?
Well, because you're all of that, nigga. I just don't need it. I don't
yeah, but that was more so because my app like it wasn't wanting to work. So but I don't care how you feel, honestly.
I know. I apologize. That's on me. That's on me. Hey, everybody in the chat saying if the Panthers make it in, it'll be a first round exit nonetheless. I do not subscribe to that belief.
Is that fans or like is that actual
fans? It's fans because there's a couple of niggas that I see that be popping in here that you know they know how we give it up and we know how they give it up, and they saying, "Oh, first round exit, this and that." Yeah, I just don't believe that. Let San Francisco have to come back to the bank or come to the bank. We'll bust them in their shit. I'm not gonna lie. We'll bust them in their shit. With LA, the way they've been playing, they don't scare me. We've already clipped them. And I think those are the only two teams that have the potential to come to Bank of America Stadium if we get the job done this weekend. So, yeah, I'm just not automatically jumping out the window and saying that we're going to have a first-round exit if we make it. Step one is making it. That's number one. Secondly, I'm just not going all off the rails and saying it's a first-round exit. I'm just not. But maybe I'm biased and maybe I'm jaded. Oh, he said Seahawks could come back too. Now, Seahawks, they might blitz us. I'm not going to.
I feel like we'll be a little bit more prepared if that was to happen.
Yes, I will say I do agree with that.
I think that game will be a lot closer than, especially last game. I think we'll have a more of a clean operation because the last game was just nasty. So I don't think it'll go like, even though we might lose, I don't think it's gonna go how people are thinking it's gonna go.
Yeah, I agree. That's fair. Okay, so here we go. The two names obviously that I'm gonna go to, that I'm just gonna jump immediately to, Robert Hunt, and David Moore. Robert Hunt, I believe he's gonna be down. I believe Robert Hunt is gonna be out. I sent that to the FPFO group chat. I don't know, Terrence, when was that? Maybe 3 days ago when he was talking in the locker room after the first day of practice, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that Robert Hunt is not playing on Sunday, or check that on Saturday. Just based on his tonality and based on some of the verbiage that he was using. In the video that I saw of him with media availability, it just didn't look good. He didn't seem like a player that was ready to go. He didn't seem like a player that was in a position to have confidence in his ability regarding the injury. It just didn't look good. It didn't look good to me. So right now he carries a questionable designation into the game on Saturday against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I don't believe that should be a questionable. I think that would be more so like a doubtful. If I was just giving my assessment personally. Rico, a lot of people panicked because Rico didn't practice Tuesday. He was a DNP, but then he has logged 2 full participations the last 2 days of practice. Dunk always says don't overreact and don't panic to the injury report day one of practice. I've assumed that ideology this season, so I was never really too worried about Rico. He was able to play the full game last week against Seattle, so it is what it is on that front. Chris Barnes, another guy that I believe got injured 2 or 3 weeks ago with that back injury. He was back at practice the last 2 days, so that's a good sign, especially when you look at Claudin Sherless. He's been walking around in a boot. Not 100% sure what happened with that, but here is listed as a calf and an ankle injury, but he's going to be out on Sunday, and that is extremely unfortunate, especially when you look at the decision to put linebacker Trevin Wallace on the injury reserve 2 weeks ago. Claude came back. He played halfway decent last week. And I'll just be honest, I just trust Claude playing linebacker more than I do Chris Barnes or really anybody else that's rostered currently. So be on the lookout for quite a few 3 safety looks where they roll Trayvon down, let Lathan come in. And then obviously you have Nick Scott. I believe EJ will be relatively creative as it pertains to personnel this week against Tampa Bay. But that is something to look out for. That other interior or inside linebacker beside Christian Roseboom, because you guys see right now Trevin Wallace down, Claude is out. So definitely going to be on the lookout for who will be starting in place of those two guys this week. Let's see, Turk Wharton. He's been down for the last month. Y'all know how we feel about Turk. Vashti almost walked me into a trap of me slandering a nigga with her on stream, but luckily I'm practicing in 2026 self-control, because when you pay the guy this amount of money, to me it just rubs me wrong when there's lack of production and then you're fucking constantly injured. But
I mean, it's good that he's coming back though, because you have depth. Especially with a lot of guys being out. I mean, he can't do anything but help us at this point. So,
agreed. I will agree with that. And seeing how Bobby Brown has played the last couple of weeks, that gives you more confidence in your depth. We already know what DB offers. Ashawn is going to be Ashawn. He's going to make a couple of tackles a game, but he's going to help you significantly in the run game. So, yes, no, I do agree with the fact that Turk is going to help you this week for sure. I see somebody mentioning Isaiah Simmons. Yes, I saw that interview or that press conference with Dave Canales where they asked him about Isaiah Simmons. I know a lot of people thought that he was coming in to be a linebacker or whatever the case may be. Dave Canales informed the media as well as us that Isaiah Simmons has been doing a lot of work at safety. So that is a guy that you could potentially see being worked in a little bit more. And Terrence, you actually had mentioned Isaiah Simmons to me and Yak the other day.
Yeah, because I mean he's a versatile player. He's very fast. I think he ran like a 4.3, 4.4 in the combine. He's always been able to play everywhere. Like obviously, I know he bounced around the league throughout majority of his career. But he was drafted before or right after Derrick Brown or right before. So very highly touted player coming out of Clemson. So I think he'll provide some kind of value there, especially when you see that Trevin Wallace is out, Claude Sherrill is out. Isaiah Simmons has the ability to play linebacker. I know they said they've been having him in a lot of safety looks, so you can kind of see they'll probably, like you said, roll down Trayvon Merring. You'll probably see Isaiah Simmons get in there a little bit at that safety look. Then you still have Nick Scott, Lathan Ransom. So I think that he'll play a little bit more this week, being that Claude Sherrill is officially out. So don't panic.
I'm not going to necessarily say that. Because what has this nigga been on, like 3 or 4 different teams since?
Yeah, but I still think he has a little bit of juice in the tank.
Well, this is a guy that I will say that you've been on the Isaiah Simmons train for a couple of years now. A couple.
When I seen him play at Clemson, like I wanted him over Derrick Brown when I seen him play at Clemson. Because I will, because a lot of the draft boards had him that way too. Just because if you go and look at Derrick Brown's college tape versus Isaiah Simmons, and I want to say Clemson won the championship that year, he was going crazy. So it's not something that's that far-fetched. Like obviously now when you look at their careers, like that was ludicrous to think that. But at the time, if you go back in time and look at their 2 tapes in college, if you just look at the production that he had, then that's not something that was crazy to say. But obviously, I don't think he's that same player now because he's been on 100 different teams. So,
touche. You guys keep mentioning DeAnthony Bell in the comments. Terrence, I don't know if you're familiar with him. I don't know the nigga. I'm not here to lie to y'all. I know a little bit about a lot as it pertains to the NFL and certain prospects and just guys that are rostered and stashed, etc. Know a little bit about a lot, but I don't know a lot about this nigga here. I don't. So I'm not sure if you're familiar with him at all, but
no.
Fair enough. Yeah, we don't know that nigga. Y'all let us know something about him. If he's living like that, then y'all let us know. All right, let's move on. I'm going to go ahead and say this. I believe David Moore's up this week. I think Robert Hunt is down, and I think David Moore is up. With that being said, do not be surprised if you see Xavier Legette's rep count go down even more this week. Do not be surprised. I think that the coaching staff is growing a tad bit fatigued with Xavier Legette. I do. So, like I mentioned, I believe David Moore will be up. Robert Hunt will be down, and then obviously Claude out. And then everything else from that point on is relatively clean for the most part. As it pertains to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, great news. Jamel Dean down. Dave Canales, let Bryce throw the fucking football this week. Please, for the love of God.
Well, even with Jamel Dean in there, the other week, T-Mac still
torching his ass.
Yeah, Jamel Dean can't hold him anyway. So, but that makes me feel even better that they even got the backup trying to hold him. So we're good.
Anthony Nelson, starting linebacker for them, is also out as well. And then I know that there was probably a very, very small sense of euphoria when Baker Mayfield's name came up on the injury report within Panther Nation. He's been dealing with a shoulder and a knee injury. I believe that knee injury he suffered, 2 or 3 weeks ago on prime time? Not 2 weeks ago. It had to be 3 weeks ago.
That shoulder injury, he's been nursing that almost the whole season.
The whole season, yeah. So this is going to be an opportunity for the Carolina Panthers to get after Baker Mayfield. And I will say that first matchup, I've watched it back, I want to say 4 or 5 times now, just because I want to be familiar with what I'm seeing and what's going to happen on Saturday. A couple of times, the Carolina Panthers had Tampa Bay third down, and we broke contain and just let that motherfucker just run for the first and a lot more. I need to see that change. That's going to land on Ejiro Evero. He has to make that coaching adjustment, and we have to be proactive as it pertains to his scrambling ability, and just hope that knee injury plays a part in it as well. So that is our injury report for the week. Terrence, go ahead with your player today, brother.
Carolina Panthers money line. Rico Dowdle, 50 rushing yards. Over 37.5 points. Plus 276.
37.5. Is that the actual line right now?
No, it's an alt.
It's an alt. Okay. Got you. Mine is actually very simple. Mine is very, very simple. It's a plus 200 or better for our play of the day. My play of the day is going to be Carolina Panthers money line and under 44.5. Under 44.5. Carolina Panthers money line. That's my play of the day. Also, I just want to tell you, because I just have been exceptionally confident in this matchup all week. Monday morning, I woke up and I bet $101 on Panthers money line straight. We're not coming to play. We're not coming to play with nobody's children. I ain't gonna lie. We not coming to play with nobody's children, bro. I'm not gonna hold you, bro. I'm not gonna hold you. You don't really seem as though you're ready, nigga. You seem scared, nigga.
Why do you think that?
Just your energy.
That's I would say like I'm not overly confident, like in the game, but I think that this team at this point, they understand what they have to play for. Like last week, there was something to play for, but you didn't really know because you didn't really know what was going to happen in the Tampa Bay and Miami game. But I think now, everything is pushed to the middle of the table. This is do or die. You can't even stomach the thought of thinking about waiting until Sunday, because you can go and get it done right now. You can go get it done right now. So I think that with all of that, like Vashti said, everything has been chill in the locker room. They're approaching it the same way they approach every other week. But I think guys like JC, DB, Ashawn, like you have guys in Chuba, Rico, guys in the locker room who understand the magnitude of this game. So I think just based off of that alone, and based off how mediocre Tampa Bay has looked, they lost like the last 6 out of their 7 games. I think that this is just going to be a game. Yeah, this is just going to be a game that you're just going to go in and take. So
yeah,
I have us winning 22-17.
I like that. I like that a lot. Give me Carolina Give me Carolina 27-10. Carolina. 27-10 Carolina. I think that we're going to be on timing. I'm not going to lie. I think we're going to be on timing. And that could be wishful thinking. So if you're watching right now and you're a betting person, that is not me telling y'all go take Carolina minus 14.5 right now. I'm just giving y'all my score prediction. I think that we're going to be on timing. It could be extremely biased, but give me Carolina 27-10. I think we're going to come out and punch them in the fucking mouth. I do. And I see Tampa fans wanting this shit to be over. Tampa fans begging Carolina to get the job done. So, I also will say for the record that I personally cannot handle us losing to Tampa Bay and having to watch that Saints and Falcons game. I can't. From a mental health standpoint, I can't handle it. I can't. But I will say blood clot on the lung for Chris Olave, so he will be
all right,
down.
Man. All right. Okay. Okay. That you didn't have to.
I'm just saying, nigga, that's the injury report. The nigga's out. What do you want me to say?
Just say he's out. Just say he's out.
Sleep well the next couple of nights.
And I'll mention this on the full production episode, but you are also looking at your new fantasy champion of God's Fantasy League. Yeah, that's me. $1,700 up. I had a phenomenal year, honestly. I only lost 3 games all year. Had a very, very close championship game that really shouldn't have been that close. But, we get it how we get it. But, yeah, 16-man league, best league on the East Coast. I'm the champ. And this is a league that JJ started, and he hasn't been able to fuck with me since I joined, rather.
I beat you this year.
I beat you in the playoffs.
Just know one of those 3 came from me.
And just know, did I get it back in blood in the playoffs? Yes or no?
Say it again.
Did I get it back in blood in the playoffs? Yes or no? First round.
Yes, you did.
Sent them home.
You did. And that's something heading into 2026. That is something that for me personally, emotionally, I've had to deal with and I've had to heal from. So yes, you did. You got it back for sure. Absolutely. And transparently, I don't believe that I should have lost that game. But that's just the way the cookie crumbles, It's funny to you. I will say this to your face actually now. Congratulations.
I appreciate it.
That is a huge feat. A lot of niggas have not accomplished that, myself included.
Yes.
Because as you guys love bringing up, when I won my chip in this league, it was kind of like the ABA. There were only 12 teams. It was a little bit different. A lot of people have not been able to accomplish what you've accomplished, and I commend you. And I've only been in the league how many years? Nigga, don't say only. It's been like fucking 5 years now. Like all of that. I'm a rookie. I'm a young player.
4 or 5 years. I've been to the
point.
Super Bowl twice. I mean, I'm just really that. And this year, I probably could have went undefeated if I just managed a little bit better. But I mean, there was no point ever throughout this whole season. That I felt nervous about any matchup or that I felt any team was on the same level as mine.
Are you done? Hey, chat, I also want to point this out because you have to watch niggas like this. Actually, let me go full. You have to watch niggas like this, chat. Okay? Let me bring my camera down a little bit so y'all can see. I'm being serious. You have to watch niggas like this. When we opened up the stream, before we brought Vashti on stage, I requested $250 from my brother because I told him that I just had to pay an invoice. Right? I requested $250 from my brother. He told me, and I quote verbatim, I don't have it. Now, he also just came on here and let his nuts hang about a 16-man championship that he won this past week, where the pot for him was $1,700. Right? So you just have to be mindful about the niggas that you keep around you. That is my message to you guys heading into 2026. That's all I have to say.
Can I respond?
Of course you can.
How do you know my money isn't allotted elsewhere? Like I have family, I have just a lot of stuff
Yeah,
I gotta
and you
take
see
care
how
of.
hey, chat, another thing that I can teach y'all. Anytime a nigga has that little pause when they're trying to defend themselves, that means that it's fuck shit. Very simple. Very simple. Just watch niggas, bro. Just watch niggas. That's all
I have stuff that I have to take care of, but just stick around. We'll see. We'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can do. I'll talk to manager.
Will you have my Christmas gift on this week's episode?
I don't know. Honestly, I ordered your Christmas gift and it said it wouldn't be here till sometime in January. But then I tried to go back and put in the order number and it don't even be popping up. So I might have to call them. But I have confirmation that I bought it. I have the order number. I mean, if the website
get in the right place.
Yes.
Like you bought it. Where did you buy it from, if you don't mind me asking?
Fanatics. But the thing is, I didn't log into because I don't think I have an account. So I didn't log into a profile to purchase it.
Yeah.
But I don't think that matters because
no, it doesn't. It doesn't. If you go to your email and you just search Fanatics, then it'll tell you something. It'll tell you something. But yeah, I will have you guys, you and Haley's Christmas present this week. I'm actually very excited to give it to you.
Well, I appreciate it. I don't see anything about Fanatics in my email.
Oh, so maybe you just fucked off,
But I mean, I have the order number. So like, what
did the choke come out of your account?
Yes.
That's the most important part.
Yes, it did.
Oh well, if the choke came out of your account, you're good. I don't need it. Like I don't need it. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't need it Monday. Like I'll get it when I get it. Chat. I also want to tell y'all that though I said I will be live streaming live game reactions for the playoffs, as far as our fully produced episodes, we always take a break every year, about a month and a half, depending on how. Like I think when we won 2 games, I think we took 2 months off. We took a 2-month break. This year, I think we'll get back into action a little sooner. We'll discuss. Month and a half. We'll be. Oh my God! Here we go. Well, we'll discuss, but we will be taking a break from the fully produced episodes. I will say that, but we will still be producing content. I will say that we will still be producing content. Make sure that you're tapped into all the social media channels as well as the YouTube channel @For Panthers Fans Only. Like, comment, subscribe, turn the bell notification on. We have a lot of great things coming up this year. I'm super stoked. Super excited. We have some conversations on the horizon already that are in place with some, you know what I'm saying? Just know. Super excited for what For Panthers Fans Only has to bring to the space this year. So make sure you're tuned in and tapped in. That being said, Saturday, listen very closely. I'm going to go full again. Chat, listen very closely because y'all need to go ahead and y'all need to set y'all calendars and times and everything like that, like what y'all need to do. Listen very closely. Saturday, 3:30 p.m. Eastern time, I will be live. A playoff berth on the line. I already showed, but I'll show again for people that are just now rolling in to the sermon. This is a big bottle. I might be drinking the whole shit to the face on Saturday. Saturday, 3:30 p.m. Eastern time. Catch us live on Twitter, on YouTube. I will be doing live game reactions for the Carolina Panthers versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, NFC South Championship on the line. And like I've been trying to tell niggas for the past 2, 3, 4 weeks, niggas have never seen playoff JJ. There has never been a playoff JJ as an adult. So that alone scares me. I'm not going to lie, but God going to keep us. He going to keep us for sure. I might take the whole bottle to the face on Saturday. So that being said, I am. Why? But are you scared that I'll get us canceled?
Probably, especially if we lose.
Yeah, I'll probably end stream very, very fast if we lose, because I would be actually fearful for getting us canceled. Like, honestly, I probably will end stream early as fuck if we lose on Saturday. But I don't even have the mindset that we're going to lose. I already have, winning wise, I already have everything in place. I already have everything in place, chat. Just know we're so up. Chat, Saturday, 3:30 p.m. Eastern time. And I'm going to go ahead and say this too. Before you even click on the stream, go ahead and have your shit pulled up, because it will be shot o'clock as soon as the stream starts. 3:30, we'll do the intro video for 5 minutes. At 3:36 p.m. Eastern time, shot straight to the damn it head. I'm not coming to play.
Pace yourselves.
Oh, yeah, pace yourselves.
Drink your water.
Yeah, do all of that. Or, nigga, just come prepared to not even remember the fucking game.
No.
Or, yeah, you can. You can come prepared like that. You can. What? Oh, yeah, Blasito. I don't know about that, man. I don't know. We've done giveaways, though. That's the thing. Like, I feel like we haven't stopped. We've kept the same pace, literally. We have. All right, go be with your friends, bro. Bye. Get off. I'll talk to the chat. I'll carry it from here. Bye.
Well, have fun. Happy New Year, everybody. I will see you guys soon. Thanks for having me. I'm gone.
That's my nigga. Chat, how we feeling, bro? Hey, chat, y'all drop in the chat. What's y'all score predictions for this week, bro? It can be a Buccaneers win. It can be a Panthers win. I just want to know what the energy is like in the room. I want to know what the energy is like in the room. I want to know what the energy is like within the fan base. I'm excited, bro. I'm excited. I'm ecstatic. Just 3 very, very short years ago, the Carolina Panthers were in a very, very similar situation. And actually not even similar, identical situation. Oh, my bad. My bad, chat. But yeah, three very short years ago, the Carolina Panthers were in an identical situation with Steve Wilkes as the head coach, or maybe that was 4 years ago at this point. Damn, has it been 4 years? Because it was what? It was Rule. No, it's been, because this is Canales' second year. Before that, it was right. Yeah, so it has been 4 years. Damn. Identical situation 4 years ago for the Carolina Panthers. Week 17, last week of the year. I know this go around is week 18 because they added the additional game. But week 18, week 17, playoff berth on the line. Going to Tampa Bay. We roll out Keith Taylor and CJ Henderson against Tom Brady and Mike Evans. Obviously, don't want to open scabbed wounds, but just know that's been in the back of my mind all week. Like, oh, nigga, we're coming to get our get back. We're coming to get our get back. We need that back in blood for Shosky. We need that back in blood for Shorsky, nigga. I'm not going to hold you, bro. We need that back for sure. We need that back. And this time, it ain't no Keith Taylor and CJ Henderson, my nigga. It's Mike. It's Mike and it's 8-ball. So play on the perimeter at your own risk, Baker Mayfield. Throw that bitch on the perimeter at your own risk. Be very mindful and very demure. That's all I'm going to tell niggas. Because like Vashti mentioned a couple of minutes ago, they ain't even throw at bro matchup 1. MBOA. They ain't even try 8-ball. Them niggas knew, we not fucking with them. we not even fucking with them. For real. So, I don't know. I'm excited. Very optimistic for me. Excuse me. I'm going to try my best. Like I said, we are doing a live stream on Saturday. I'm going to try my best. Should the Carolina Panthers lose, God forbid, I don't even want to put that in the atmosphere, but should they lose, I'm going to try my best not to get FPFO canceled. I am. 21-10 Panthers. Love it. 2017 Panthers. 28-10 Panthers. 21-17 Panthers. 31-20? Is that what that is? 31-20 or 31-26? 31-20 Carolina. 24-10 Panthers. 23-20 Panthers. Okay. Terrence is fucking foolish, boy. Yo. That nigga is funny. That's a funny nigga there. But yeah, I love the energy, bro. I love the energy in the room. I love the energy in the room, bro. I really, really do. Nick Scorton for another sack this week. Go ahead and lock it in. I don't even know what the odds are, but just go ahead and lock it in. Put it in, forget about it. 20, 25 bucks, straight bet, nothing attached, no parlay, 20, 25 bucks, Nick Scorton to record a sack this week. Just go ahead and lock it in. Just go ahead and lock it in. What we got? 131? That's not that bad. What y'all want to do, bro? Y'all want to hop off so y'all can go watch Georgia Ole Miss? I see them niggas is in a dog fight right now. That seems like it's a great game. 12-21. Oh, well, it's about to be halftime. Y'all wanna go watch an interview real quick? Y'all want to go watch a presser? Let me know something, chat. Thumbs up for a presser. Thumbs down to go watch Ole Miss and UGA. But if the thumbs down, then I'm hopping off. So it's really all to y'all. I'm not gonna feel no way regardless. We done been 131 so far. I'm not gonna feel no way regardless. I'm pulling up the presser right now in case we get thumbs up. But I do want to see some player availability. I want to see some pressers. I haven't seen any pressers outside of the ones that I watched on maybe 2 days ago. So there's some player availability I haven't seen. I haven't seen EJ's presser from this week. So y'all let me know, man. Thumbs up for some player availability and pressers. Thumbs down to go watch UGA. All right, bet. I see a lot of thumbs up. I see a lot of thumbs up in the YouTube chat. All right, bet. Let's rock out. I got to work tomorrow, but we rocking. It's early. We started a whole hour early than usual, man. We had to respect, you know what I'm saying? We had the queen come through this week, man. We had, you know what I'm saying? That's a hell of a way for FPFO to start off 2026. I ain't gonna lie. That I'm checking off items, man. FPFO, we checking off items all 2026, bro. We checking boxes all 2026, bro. That shit right there been in the works for 4 or 5 years. I'm telling y'all something. That y'all don't know. Just listen to me. That right there been in the works for 4 or 5 years, man. We checking that off. We checking our shit all 2026. All 2026 FPFO checking off boxes. No cap. What we got playing this year? No kizzy, boy. No cap. And since we're in here, right? Since we're in here, I'm going to go ahead and break some news too. So y'all remember how last year we did our first annual FPFO road game experience? We're running that back this year. We have 2 places. And really, I think it's 1 because what did Dallas finish? Well, maybe not. Because depending on who that NFC East matchup is against, depending on what we do on Saturday and what the Falcons have to potentially maybe do for us on Sunday, depending on how the cards fall. Let me just say it how I need to say it. Let me not even talk in circles for y'all. Breaking news. And y'all need to be ready, man, come June, July, when we launch the giveaway. Next year, for our FPFO road game experience, we have 2 places that we're going to be choosing from should the Panthers finish second and have to go to Dallas. The first place, however, without any Dallas being involved at all, and even if it is Dallas, we'll still be having a conversation. But just know, FPFO Road Game Experience 2026 will be in New Orleans this week. Check that. We'll be in New Orleans next football season this year, this calendar year. Our second annual FPFO Road Game Experience. We're going to Bourbon Street. And if you guys didn't check out the vlog that we did with Dez and Cody, shout out to the guys, man, all the way in Cali. Shout out to the boys all the way in Cali. Happy New Year to y'all. But if y'all want to see how we get down, the time that we had when we went to Vegas and then we flew out to Phoenix for our FPFO Road Game Experience first annual this year, go check that out on the YouTube channel. If you go to the For Panthers Fans Only on YouTube, click playlists, click game day vlogs, click Carolina Panthers versus Arizona Cardinals game day experience. That's going to show you everything you need to know. It gets like that. So if you do just so happen to be selected as the lucky winner for our road game experience when we launch it in June or July, whenever we do it, if you are, I'm going to tell y'all the same thing that I told Cody and Dez. Drink your water, drink your Pedialyte, make sure you're eating food that retains hydration like watermelon, etc. Because we go up, man. We go up, and this year we're going to Bourbon Street. So breaking news. That's for Blasito, because Blasito act like I don't like doing giveaways no more, man. Stop that, bro. Stop that. We just haven't publicized anything for real because it's just like, yeah, that shit kind of rubbed us the wrong way. It did, but we moved on. We've done a couple of giveaways off the record. No cap. And people will attest to it. Man. You know? So it's just been a little more quiet. So, yeah, bro. Super excited. Nah, we going back, bro. We going to Bourbon. This year, FPFO Road Game Experience, we're going to Bourbon Street. FPFO takes over New Orleans. So that's what you guys can look forward to this year, man. I'm super stoked. Also, if you're unfamiliar with a Reaper tee, go cop one of those right now, forpanthersfansonly.com. That shit is a staple in the community. If you don't got a Reaper tee yet, I don't know what the fuck you doing. I'm not going to hold you. It's been not even damn near, it's literally been a whole season. It's been 10 months. We've done multiple restocks. We literally have every size available right now on forpanthersfansonly.com. If you don't have a Reaper tee, I don't know what you're doing. You're sleep as fuck, bro. And I know y'all niggas got paid this week. I know y'all got paid today. Bro. And I know rent and everything like that. I get it. That's the first thing I'll say. Tough economy. I do know. But for $40, the quality t-shirt that it is, don't sleep. Do not sleep, man. Let's go check out some let's go see what we got, man. Let's go look at some player availability, because I need to see what Tommy
said yesterday. He made the comment that this feels like the
let's do it
closest
like
this
this.
locker room has been since he's been in Carolina. He said yesterday, he made the comment that this feels like the closest this locker room has been since he's been in Carolina. Like, would you agree with that assessment, and why do you think that's the case?
No, that's AR's opinion. I feel like locker rooms have been close every year, in my opinion. But, I definitely feel what he's saying. I mean, it's definitely a family atmosphere in here for sure. I mean, we spend all.
Hey, shout out to you, bro. Shout out to you. See, don't take it from JJ. Take it from customers that have spent their hard-earned money with FPFO that we appreciate greatly. Don't take it from me. Take it from Dan, man. Or check that. Dana. My apologies. Shout out Dana. Dana say they already copped theirs. You know what I'm saying? And they ain't even put body in it yet. But we do good business. It gets out. Especially now. We have all merch on hand. So your item, let's say hypothetically speaking, y'all go to forpanthersfansonly.com right now. Y'all place an order. Y'all's item will be shipped out tomorrow. So you buy your item will be shipped out the following business day at the latest when merch is on hand. Merch is currently on hand. So go over right now and get that, because when it's time to party in Bank of America Stadium, I want to see FPFO merch littered all throughout the stadium. All throughout the stadium. Oh, I cannot wait. I cannot wait. Hey, listen, chat, in 2 weeks, or check that, next week, the Carolina Panthers have a home playoff game. Let's just go ahead and start speaking it like that. That shit just has a nice ring to it. I'm drooling. I'm salivating and shit just thinking about it. No cap. Pause. That was wild. That was wild. Let me go ahead and just play the video. That was wild.
All damn day with each other. So what else could it be like?
You were one of the guys who said that losing last week was trash. How are you approaching this week? What are your personal vibes? How are you kind of handling the situation of go playoffs, or when beat Tampa and go to the playoffs?
Shout out Vashti.
Man, I'm just handling the situation like every other week. Like, I want to go out there and have a good game, do what it takes to be effective. Go through my program during the week, and do everything I can to help this team.
How difficult is it though to maintain that process? Because everybody knows what's what.
It's win or go home. That's obviously the mindset, but also too, at this point, whether we win this week and we go next week, it's gonna be the same mindset. So you might as well get ready to face it.
You've been like a lot of your co-teammates, trying to say colleagues, have kind of just ignored that Atlanta scenario. You too, or is it kind of just you have that in the back pocket?
Yeah. Over the last few weeks, we had a bunch of crazy situations happen that kind of put us over the hump. I think, if we want to get to where we need to be, we can't rely on anybody else. We need to go take care of ourselves.
When you talk about the pressure of getting it, win or go home, that sort of thing, is there a danger of guys trying to do too much?
I think that pressure's on you every day. Like, you're in the league. You either do your job or send your ass home. So, I think that's one of those pressures that we live with. But, just to be at this stake in our career, it's going to be an exciting time.
What are the challenges of actually beating the same team twice in 3 weeks?
Yeah, it's a hard challenge. You're playing against the best athletes in the world, and they don't get signed and make this money for no reason. So, going out here and facing a lot of good talent. For us, the Bucs offense is really good. And, you got to sit there and, they're doing things different than they did 2 weeks ago. So, we got to sit down and actually, restudy them again.
You're one of the more tenured guys. You've been through tenure. That's a nice way of saying it. But you've been here and you're kind of getting it out of the mud now. Do you look at it like that? And are you able to still enjoy the fact that you've been through the bad stuff and now you're here and able to play to be in a playoff game?
I think it's funny, to say that, it's ever since I've been here, we had our struggles, but I think every single year it came in with a positive attitude, and, to be able to get to this point, it's something don't take for granted. Then you see it day in and day out across the league. Everybody expected to do this, it doesn't happen, or not expected it happens. It's just a weird thing. By the end of the season, that's when it truly matters. And my goal this whole time since I've been here is to be able to be in this organization and play winning football when it gets to December.
Baker popped up on their injury report yesterday with a right shoulder. He had the left. Knowing him and having been around him, would you be surprised if he's not out there?
Knowing 6, he'll be out there Sunday or Saturday. He'll be out there for sure. So, I think he's an ultimate competitor. So we'll see him out there Saturday, I'm sure.
What about facing him a second time and what y'all might do differently?
Some secrets you got to keep in-house.
When you talk about restudying them, what have you seen so far as you're looking at them that looks different?
I think, he's a competitor, right? He does a great job. No matter who's in the game, no matter how many times guys get to him, just being himself and staying composed in the pocket. You see guys flying around trying to jump on his back, he just really ducks them. And, that's the one thing you got to worry about throughout the week. Like I said, he's a physical athlete back in the pocket. So, it also makes it tougher for us to get to him.
And then there's an offensive group You said they all love them, but what are they? How different do they look?
I mean, they run their bread and butter, but at the same time, I mean, they got so many explosive guys that, I mean, give your defense a long day. So, I mean, the goal is to go out there and not have that happen.
This is the equivalent of a game 7. You know, some people say you got a Kobe gene. Does this team have the Kobe gene? Because y'all have been able to kind of bounce back after having a letdown.
We better. That's all I can tell you there. We better.
Great answer. Hey, shout out DB, bro. Shout out DB. I ain't gonna lie. I love that player availability. Great decision by us to stick it out because I don't even know if I would have watched it otherwise. Honestly, I probably would have just hopped off and created the live stream for Saturday and did some more film review. But shout out DB. It seems like niggas is locked in. It seems like niggas is locked in. And I like the approach. Like, yeah, we're not looking at Atlanta to do our job because we have an opportunity to do our job ourselves. So why would we look to Atlanta? Right? Obviously, as a fan, the only thing that we want is a playoff berth. You know what I'm saying? But as a player, like, you can't go in with that mentality of another nigga trying to, you know what I'm saying? Trying to do your job for you. We done got help all year. The reason why we are in this position, is already in part because of what Atlanta has already done for us in beating Tampa Bay on Thursday Night Football 2 or 3 weeks ago, right? So it's just like, yeah, we just don't, hey, we got to go handle business on our own, bro. We got to go handle business on our own. I'm excited. Shout out DB.
I got back out there today, got moving around, so yeah, just had like a little bone spray on it and flared up, but I'm good.
Facing a team twice within such a short period, is that harder or is it easier to kind of game plan for that situation?
I mean, I would say I would lean towards easier because I mean, not much gonna change in 2 weeks. We faced them 2 weeks ago, so it's really gonna be the same thing. I mean, not much. It's late in the season, so you are what you are. So we know what they do and they know what we do. So just gotta go out there.
Go back to this, Joe. Is this one of those games on Saturday where it's like you just wrap it up and get out there no matter?
Oh yeah, for sure. Whatever I got to do to get out there, this one right here is for us to get to where we want to be at the end of the season. So yeah, definitely one of those games. I'll be out there no matter what.
So week 18, win and go to the playoffs kind of situation do for you? What do you feel like you kind of get out of that kind of experience?
A chance to go, like I said, to hold that trophy up at the end of the season. It's all about getting in the door, getting your foot in there to go compete for it. So it'll be huge for us, for the organization, and for the fans around here as well. So yeah, it means a lot.
What are your personal vibes? Are you kind of not nervous? Are you have a little anxiety, or is it business as usual?
Yeah, like I said, it's another game we got to go win. We're starting the playoffs a week early. That's my feeling of it. So it's win or go home from this point, pretty much. Don't want to depend on nobody else. So like I said, just got to go win. Not nervous at all, ready for the opportunity.
Do you need a little bit of I don't want to call it butterflies, but you need a little bit of something in your stomach just to know this one is everything?
Nah, like I said, we prepared for this. Like I said, we've been working hard for this all season, and now we get the opportunity to go out there and get it done. So just ready and excited, honestly, to go out there and get the opportunity to do what we need to do.
Another great one. What he say? We don't want to have to rely on nobody else. We know what's at stake, and also I do also like him talking about the trophy because as fans we can get really, really caught up in the main thing that we want, and this is for me personally because I do not believe that this team is talented enough. I'll go on record and say this right now. I personally don't believe that this team is talented enough to win a Super Bowl, but I love the fact that internally that is not the thought process. Because ultimately, if you get in, everybody is 0-0. That's what Terrence just mentioned about 20 minutes ago. If you get in, everybody is 0-0, right? All the records during the regular season, bro, you got to throw all of those out of the window, man. None of that shit matters. It's just about the right team getting hot at the right time. Why not us? Shout out Rico. Yeah, I'm feeling it. Cool. We locked and loaded, it seems.
Playing Tampa for the second time in the last couple of weeks. Last time they obviously targeted you and you answered the bell. Do you think that they've learned their lesson and they'll kind of mix it up this year? Or are you ready for it either way?
Nah, I feel like Saturday is gonna be his own game. Like, they came at me the game before, but regardless, I'm gonna get targets. Like, it's not like this is gonna stay away from me, but I feel like they're gonna stick to their game plan. They're not really worried about what happened the first game because it's his own game.
And you're approaching it the same way.
Yeah. Like what you done before don't matter. This is what you've done for me lately.
What is it like to just be in this position with this team? Final game of the season and be able to win a division championship.
Oh, it's fun. It's literally win or go home. So just push all your chips to the middle of the table and just go out there and put it all on the line.
Have you been in this situation before?
Yeah, 22 in Seattle. I think we was playing the Rams. We won, and then we needed like Detroit to beat Green Bay, or I think Detroit to beat Green Bay, and they did, so we got in.
But this is different, where you guys control your own
destiny. Yeah.
So how are you approaching it personally?
Me, I'm approaching it really like any other game, like, because for me, every game is like do or die. So don't get too caught up in the moment. A 5-yard route, still a 5-yard route, but at the same time, like, this the games you talk about 20 years from now. So I'm gonna have fun with it.
Defense has been very opportunistic lately, obviously with you and JC as well, but it's always an important stat getting a takeaway. How important is it in this game against this team? Because we've kind of seen the last 8 weeks what that can do to their offense.
I feel like that's important literally every week. You get takeaways, you're taking points off the board, and a lot of times, most of the time, you set the offense up in good field position. So that's a key for us every week, and we just got to go out there and find ways to get the ball.
I feel like you guys have always been a confident group. At the beginning of the season, now we're in the last week of the season. Then could you kind of see you guys being in the situation that you're in now?
Yeah, you work hard to put yourself in these type of situations where you control your own destiny. So I feel like we just lean in on each other and we have fun with it. Like, no matter if it's good, bad, we're going to have fun with it and we're going to keep balling, keep playing. So that's kind of our motto.
That game you were talking about with Seattle before, where you said you've been in a similar situation, is there anything you can think about, like, that you felt more on an emotional level? Like, do you feel like anything else comes out of you in these types of moments?
Nah, because for me, it's like just focusing on your technique, like, because that's going to get you to where you want to go. Like, the emotion part is cool. Like, I feel like the emotions come out after the game you win. Like, in the Super Bowl, you see people crying and all that. But once the game starts, it's football. Like, you have to tackle, you have to do all the fundamental stuff to win the game. So that's kind of what I just try to focus in on.
You like playing on Saturday? How do you feel about that?
It's cool. Like, I'd rather play Sunday because we messed up the week. But nah, it's cool. Like, it's gonna be different. And for me, it's kind of like a little league game. You get to play on Saturday. And that's kind of how I'm approaching it. Approach it like any other game and just have fun, live in the moment.
Were you locked into that schedule reveal that night to see when you guys would be playing?
No, I did not know when it came out. Somebody texted me and told me. Yeah.
Like it. Hey, so far, so good, man. Loving what I'm hearing. Loving the energy I'm seeing. Like, yeah, nigga, it's a business trip. We know what's at stake. No cap. Love it. Ooh, that's a bold take. Gabe. I don't know if they're going to like that one, bro. I don't know if they're going to like that one, Gabe. They might not fuck with that one. They might not like that one, Gabe. Blasito, we have Mike Jackson under contract for another year. We signed him to a 2-year deal this offseason, so we got another year with him at least. All right, here we go. T-Mac.
T-Mac entering the league. I mean, this is the position you want to be in, right? At least with a chance in the final week. So what does it personally feel like for you to be in this spot?
Man, I mean, I feel like we've been in this spot for a couple of weeks now, but for some reason we just find a way to blow it. But I mean, it's now or never now. So obviously this is an important week for us and this organization. So we got to make it happen.
Have you been able to get a feel, like you talk about for the organization, for the city? Have you kind of gotten a feel for that, like how bad they want this for this team?
I mean, for sure, I definitely feel like I've been feeling it recently. Just the past few home games, the crowd has been a little different. A lot of people in the locker room say this is kind of what the playoff atmosphere feels like, and I can definitely feel it.
I know you're your own biggest critic, but Coach said yesterday or this week that he needs to do a better job of putting you in spots after that game. So, I mean, like, what does that sound like to you from coming from your head coach, and what do you think needs to happen for a little bounce back for the past game?
I mean, man, nobody's perfect. We all got areas that we can fix, whether it's him, me, all of us included. So, not you can point a finger or whatnot, but man, I feel like I can do better too. So, but we'll see what happens.
What are the challenges of facing the same team twice in 3 weeks?
I mean, shoot, historically at any level, facing the same team is hard to do. It's hard to beat the team twice. So, and obviously we know that going into this game, and obviously they're gonna bring their best foot forward, knowing what's at stake in this game. So, we're definitely expecting their best, and it's definitely gonna be a battle.
And on that note, though, you kind of held your own against Jamal Dean in this first matchup. Like, what did you learn about what you can do against this defense?
Yeah, I mean, that first game was a little different just because, the refs that week let us play a little bit more. They're a little bit more physical, and, we're able to get away with certain things. So, I feel like I got to play to that, kind of similar to what they gave me the first game, just kind of carry it over to the second game.
You said that it's been feeling like a playoff kind of atmosphere within the team for the last couple weeks now, but how do you elevate that when your season is on the line coming this week?
Shoot, I mean, really nothing changes. Like I said, I feel like the season's been on the line for the past couple weeks, and just somehow, some way we get to this point to where, week 18? Week 18 is now or never. It's do or die, like they say. So, I feel like nothing changes, man. And we just got to go in there with a clear mind and execute.
Obviously, you're a rookie, but like during your football career, have you ever been in this Game 7 type situation?
I have.
Tell me about it.
Huh?
Tell me about it.
I've been fortunate enough to play at a high level at every level, literally. Youth ball, high school, college. So, these games are fun. And it's it gets chippy, it gets loud, and but they're fun, and it's gonna be a battle.
Do you thrive in those type of environments? Personally, do you feel like you thrive in that type of environment?
I don't even know how to answer that one. Sure. I mean, I don't know. I like to think that I play my best whenever.
On that mindset side, like, do you feel like you're more dialed in? You feel juiced in a new kind of way when it's that kind of situation like this?
Me, I'm the same dude regardless of the situation. So I try to stay cool, calm, and collected, not to get too high, not to get too low, depending on regardless of the situation. So, yeah.
Tedero McMillan, if I see you do that little one-hand shit this week with a playoff berth on the line and you don't come up with it, yeah. But we'll just take the good with we'll take the good with the bad. I'll be on my best behavior. 2026, new year, new me. New year, new damn it, JJ. Very simple. Also, I believe Tedero McMillan is 72 yards away from 1,000. Let me see if that's accurate. Because I don't want to give y'all misinformation. So let me just make sure that the math is mathing properly. 71. Tedero McMillan is 71 yards away from 1,000 yards in his rookie season. Currently sitting at 66 receptions, 929 yards, and 7 tutties. That's a pretty damn good rookie season, if you ask me. And when you include all the damn drop one-handed passes, you could probably add an additional 300 yards and 3 touchdowns to that shit there too. But who's keeping track, I guess? Shout out T-Mac. Hey, here's our boy. Shout out 8 Ball, man.
You talked the other day about
that 22 season having to be on the sideline. Like now that this one is right here, what are the feelings and the emotions going into it to be out there?
Yeah, just winning the football game. You know, that's my feelings. Just having elite focus this week, elite preparation, and then just going out there and, you know, dominating.
Does it bring anything else to you out of you say? Anything different this week compared to the emotions you feel for weeks 1 through 17?
Nah, not for me. You know, I try to, you know, attack every game with the same mindset. I try to do my job to the best of my ability. And, you know, that's what I'm looking forward to doing.
Understanding that the job is not finished, Chuba said yesterday that you and him kind of had a talk, just reflecting on the ebbs and flows through y'all's career, and now to be at this moment. Can you tell us how it feels to be playing for a playoff spot at this point in your career?
Yeah, it's exciting. It's exciting. You know, like you said, just talked a little bit about the stuff we've been through since we got drafted here. You know, injuries, losing seasons, coaching changes. Just to have this opportunity, it means a lot to both of us. And, you know, I'm sure all the guys that's been here for a long time. So, yeah, we're looking forward to it.
Last game against the Bucs, y'all were able to hold this passing unit, especially Mike Evans, like relative to what he's capable of, to a pretty pedestrian day. Like, taking that into account, what are the difficulties of facing the same team twice in 3 weeks? Like, what can you take from that performance? What do you think might change?
I'm sure they're gonna have counters on stuff we did from last game. So, you know, we know we're gonna see new stuff. But, you know, we just got to fall back on our technique, fall back on our training, and, you know, just go play what the game plan is and go out there and execute it.
Everybody seems so level-headed, but, I mean, this is like a playoff week for y'all. How are you guys so kind of chill up given the situation?
I think it's just what we've been doing all year, you know, losing games and coming back, winning games and losing games. I think we just had an attitude of, you know, winning the day, going 1-0 each day, and, you know, seeing where the chips fall at the end. And I think that's just the attitude we got. You know, I think Coach Canales did a good job of pushing that on us, and we just, you know, kind of took it from him. So, yeah.
Why is it so important to be even keel? You would think you guys would get like a little more juiced up for a playoff opportunity like this, like win or call it a season.
Because you just want to help yourself stay focused.
Yes.
You want to execute at a high level. You know, sometimes you get too up.
Overblow it in your
end
head.
up doing too much and take yourself out of position. So for me personally, it's just trying to, you know, attack it the same way I attack every other week, and do all I can to be ready on Saturday.
You think right before the game you'll feel it though?
I mean, I feel it before every game, you know, especially if it's a big crowd, which I know it's going to be. So, yeah, it's going to be exciting.
Actually, following up on that point, how do you guard against doing too much? How do you tell guys, do your job, and you don't have to do more than that, especially because everything is on the line like this?
Just like you just said it. That's been the message to us.
How do you tell the younger guys or guys that haven't been here before, that sort of thing? I mean, you've seen it so much.
Yeah, just, you know, tell them we trust them, and just go out there and execute at a high level and play the same way you've been playing. You can't get in their body and make them play a certain way, but you can tell them and just inform them that you trust them. And, you know, it means a lot to them coming from older guys and leaders on the team. So, yeah, it's gonna be fun.
I know it just opened that door kind of in case things don't go your way Saturday on Sunday, but like how important is it to just do it yourselves on Sunday? How much more satisfying is that?
Yeah, our mindset is just go get a win. You know, I really didn't even know about how that affected us until you know, the guys was telling me after the Monday night game. But yeah, our mindset is just go win.
JC, we've asked you about this a couple of times, but how has your relationship evolved with Mike Jackson? It seems like y'all are just like closest.
Hey, I see y'all having a conversation about Corey Thornton in the chat. I put out the other day on Twitter. I said, if Corey Thornton was healthy and playing for the Carolina Panthers, we would have wrapped this shit up 2 or 3 weeks ago. Hot take. But we would have wrapped this shit up 2 or 3 weeks ago if Corey Thornton was healthy.
As can be, pretty much.
Yeah, just my dog, man. You know, he's from the South. You know, he's from Alabama. You know, I got ties to Alabama, to Mississippi, to Georgia. So, you know, we two in the same. We grew up on a lot of the same music. And like I said, we both play cornerback and know how it is on that island. So, you know, it kind of just like Dante, like when he was here, you know, corners, for me at least, you know, we always close just because we the only ones that understand what it takes to do what we do. And, when things ain't going bad, I look at him and, he looked at me when things ain't going too good for him. So just feeding off each other energy and, just going out there trying to make plays.
What can you say about his year? He's leading the league in passes defended. I think he's third in defensive grade on Pro Football Focus among all cornerbacks. I mean, what else can you say about his year?
Best in the league. It's a lot of like a popularity contest when it comes to that type of stuff. But Mike been doing it. I think, like I said, he led the league in PBU last year. And now he got 4 picks to go with it this year. So, I think he having an all-pro year. Is he going to get it? I don't know, just because, like I said, I feel like some of it be popularity. But, I think Mike having a hell of a year.
What kind of comfort does
not really. He juiced up about the game, but he know I am when it comes to that type of stuff, so he don't bother me too much. But, yeah, he juiced up for sure.
Going back to Mike for a minute, I mean, obviously your reputation precedes you. Teams are going to not target you as much as possible. What kind of comfort does it give you to know, like, okay, well, if they're not going to target me, they got to deal with Mike?
I mean, I really don't even think about, like, as a corner, I try to think about, they're not going to target me, they're going to target him. I try to go into the game like I'm going to get every target just to stay ready. But, I mean, they've been targeting him, and he's shutting it down. So we both going to just keep trying to do what we do at a high level.
You guys have an opportunistic defense, especially these last handful of weeks. I mean, it's always a key, but especially against the Bucs, the way they've been kind of giving the ball up. I mean, how important is that this Saturday?
Really just focusing on our game plan and executing that, and then when the opportunity comes for turnovers, just capitalizing on them. We're not going into it thinking we got to make a million plays on the ball. We got to walk out of here with a certain amount of interceptions. Whatever the game presents, we gotta be ready for it. And like I said, when the opportunity comes, we gotta take advantage of it.
I like it. I like the energy I feel in the room, man. I like the energy I feel in the room. No kizzy. Oh, man. Listen, I'm feeling very good, man. It is only Thursday. It is only Thursday. Like, all the smiling and all of that. Like, I feel great right now. But when we get on stream on Saturday, 3:30 p.m. Eastern time, for the ones that missed it, we are doing a live game reaction to the Week 18 matchup between the Carolina Panthers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I feel great right now. But Saturday, before that kick go out, Lord have mercy. The only thing that's going to help me get through it is the crown. The only thing that's going to help me get through it is the crown, man. I'm telling you, bro. But I'm ready. I think it's time, chat. I think it's time. And, oh, my God. Oh, next week is going to be a movie. First playoff game in Carolina since, 2015? Check that. Yeah, 2015. That'll be the first Carolina Panther playoff game at home since 2015. Is that accurate? Can we get that confirmed, chat? Are my years correct? I put out another tweet the other day and say, next week, when the Carolina Panthers run out of that tunnel and the snow is falling and Cam Newton is announced as the honorary drum player for the week, there will be a miniature earthquake in Charlotte, North Carolina. And that's what I've been feeling great all week, bro. There's been at no point this week that I've been like, oh man, we got to go see Tampa, divisional title on the line. They might get us. I haven't thought like that at all, bro. I've done, listen to me, everything this whole week that I've done as it pertains to the Carolina Panthers, as it pertains to FPFO, as it pertains to just everything regarding NFL football, everything that I've done has been in preparation for next week. That's how confident I am. Today, I booked my haircut appointment for next week. So when y'all see us outside, you know what I'm saying? We going to be deep. It's going to be the guys. Excuse me. And we going to be outside, bro. So, I'm already, I feel great. I looked at my invoice 2 days ago. Pay as we play, playoffs. You know what I'm saying? I feel phenomenal, bro. Everything that I've done this whole week has been in preparation for the Carolina Panthers playoff game that I know they're going to host next week. I feel great. I hope you guys feel great as well. I seen, we requested the score predictions in the chat. It seems like a lot of y'all rocking with the guys this week. And listen, that's not always the case. That's not always the case. There's been multiple games where we do our game previews and we're going through our score predictions. And there's been multiple games where a lot of y'all have had the other team winning. This week is not that week. It's not that week. I love the confidence throughout the fan base. I love the sense of comfortability with the spot within the locker room. I mean, I'm excited, bro. I'm excited. Like, I think we get it done. I think we get it done. Currently sitting at, for my betting people, 2017. 2017 is the last time we hosted a playoff game. Okay. So 2017 is the last time we hosted. My apologies. I have my dates wrong on that. My apologies. Damn, I forgot what I was about to say. I apologize. I don't know. I'm just excited. I'm excited, bro. I think that we're going to get it done. Bro. No cap. Oh, yes, that's what I was going to say. For my betting people out there, let's see if they'll let me pull this up. And hopefully, like, this doesn't get... Actually, I'm not even going to share it. I'm not even going to share my screen. But I think, like, the last 2 days, Carolina Panthers have been plus 124 on the money line. 72%. Actually, I think that percentage dropped. I think it dropped down to 68%. 68% of the betting public is on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers money line, with about 75% being on the Panthers to cover the spread. So for the people that, are the conspiracy tinfoil hat wearing people like myself that believe Vegas has a hand to play in all of these things in regards to sports, dead even. It's literally right down the middle. Like, you got 75% going with the Panthers on the spread, but then when you go look at the money line, it's favored. It's Tampa Bay favorite. So, like, dead even amongst the public, more or less amongst the betting public. So, I'm excited, bro. I'm excited. Like, literally, we only have 2 more sleeps tonight and Friday, and then it's go time. And then it's go time, man. Woo! I can't wait. Well, I'm wrapping up. The second half of Ole Miss and UGA is about to kick off. I want to catch that because I need to go ahead and start doing some research on some players that I might want to bring in. One of them being Bain from Miami, the DN. I don't know his first name, Ruben, I believe. Dog, killer. One of them ones, he would help this defense immensely right now, right this second. So, gonna try and catch the second half of the UGA and Ole Miss game. Shout out to everybody that has tuned in tonight. Shout out to Vashti Hurt for joining us. Greatly appreciate it. Like I said, we're checking off boxes all 2026 as it pertains to FPFO. And there's no better way, in my opinion, to kick off 2026 than having her join us on our game preview this week. So shout out to Vashti Hurt for joining us. Shout out to everybody that's been on stream the whole time. Shout out to people that join in the middle. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Appreciate the support. Make sure, again, if you're watching on YouTube and you haven't done so, I know a couple of you guys have because I have the numbers right here, but there's a couple of you guys that haven't. Make sure to like, make sure to comment, make sure to subscribe, make sure to turn that bell notification on so you can stay in tune with everything FPFO has going on for the remainder of the year, as well as just all throughout the off season. We do mock draft tournaments. We do some draft. We're going to do some draft content this year. Me and Terrence have discussed potentially going on the road a little bit and trying to interact with some prospects. So just exciting times, very, very exciting times for FPFO. New year, FPFO is still here. And yeah, just exciting times to be a Carolina Panthers fan. Huge opportunity on Saturday for our Carolina Panthers. 3:30 p.m. Eastern time. We will be back live right here. 3:30 p.m. Eastern time. We will be back live right here. 3:30 p.m. Eastern time on Saturday with live game reactions. Let's watch it together as a family. Let's celebrate as a family. Come through, Saturday, 3:30 p.m. Eastern time. Have your drink, have your smoke, have your whatever you choose to pertain in. And if it's just water, then so be it. But let's watch it together as a family. Again, that is going to be at 3:30 p.m. Eastern time. I'm going to upload or go ahead and schedule that live right now. So when you guys hop off, just go over to 4 Panthers Fans Only, click the notification, the bell notification, whatever, turn that on. When y'all see this live go up within the next 5 or 10 minutes, so you guys won't forget about me, man. Like I said, let's watch it together as a family and let's celebrate as a family. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Happy New Year to you guys, and we will talk very soon. Peace.